The 1920s for sports is widely claimed to be the golden age of sports, with many of the popular sports today gaining popularity during this time. After the First World War, Americans wanted to forget about all the death and violence. With the overall increase in quality of life and booming economy, Americans used sports for leisure and entertainment, cheering for their favorite teams and athletes. Sports like baseball, football, and boxing heavily dominated during this time. But it wasn't all butterflies and rainbows. African Americans were excluded from Major League Baseball, who were banned among owners of teams. Still, African Americans persisted and created their own leagues, catering to the community. Biggest of which were the Negro National League, which regularly defeated the white MLB teams. Today's sports are one of the biggest parts of American culture and hold an important place in many Americans' hearts. Sports significance is shown by its rich stories and personalities.
One of the most popular sports during this time was baseball. George Herman Ruth, or Babe Ruth, was one of the biggest stars in MLB. During his 22 years of playing, he was the World Series champion 7 times. He first played for the Red Sox, but after some controversy, he got sold to the Yankees in 1920, where he became the face of the MLB. His inspiration gave hope to millions of Americans during the Great Depression. Similarly, Jack Dempsey in boxing was also the most popular athlete of this sport. Boxing being a symbol of ethnic and racial pride, one fight between two heroes of different immigrant communities would get the whole neighborhood together to watch. Defending his title for 7 straight years, Dempsey inspired many other boxers to incorporate his style. Athletes became celebrity figures like movie stars. They were used to promote the sport and gain spectators while keeping a good image. Athletes were one of the highest earning workers in the nation.
As sports started to bloom in popularity, it shaped the growth of athletes in the United States. On August 20th, the formation of the NFL, the National Football League, was set in motion and marked the start of the professional football. On February 13th, the NNL, the Negro National League, was created for African Americans to be able to show off their talents as they were facing racial discrimination and segregation. In 1921, the World Series between the New York Giants and the New York Yankees happened, and it was broadcasted on radio for the first time. This made it so millions of people across America were able to listen in. The Black Sox scandal was a major scandal that involved 8 members of the Chicago White Sox. The 8 players schemed to throw the World Series in exchange for a large amount of money from gamblers. These players would later be known as the Black Sox and be banned for life. These events would promote different sports throughout the 1920s, changing the environment for athletes in the United States.